I will keep this one short and tight because I think we are all exhausted. So Smithy Beam, that's an open source project I'm working on for the last couple of months. It's targeting contract first API development. It's basically Smithy for the Beam. And with Beam, I mean all the Beam languages. So Smithy is a format. I didn't invent it. It's already existing. It's an interface definition language and a code generator. It's developed by AWS. They specifically work with code generators because they maintain like 400 plus SDKs and support 13 languages. And not having a code generator just doesn't scale for companies like AWS. And now we also have this for the Beam. So in a nutshell, what Smithy is, you define your API interface in a model file in the Smithy IDL language. Then you call Smithy build, and you get code generated for your client and for your server. What Smithy solves is contract-first API development, and I mean with this that your model is the single source of truth. Smithy itself is quite feature-rich and extensible by design. It's type-safe, it has validators for schemas. You can model your tests, you can add documentation and have protocols, custom protocols. Smithy itself is completely language agnostic. All the implementation details are handled by the code generator. And the generator is usually designed to generate standardized, idiomatic boilerplate code. And what you get is a clear separation of API code and your business logic. And this is how a Smithy model looks like. You have a namespace, then you can define the used protocol, and then you start with a service object, and each service has a number of operations. For this example, the operation is a simple HTTP GET. You define the URL, the return code for success, and basically you go deeper and define each operation input-output, which map to request-response formats. And each input-output structure is also further defined by labels, requirements, and stuff. And this is, for example, a client in Erlang generated from this model. It's fairly standardized. You get your types in your exports, your specs, and it gives you already implemented best practices. And there's more to it. So what I personally find interesting with Smithy is that you can bridge language layers. Which is useful for companies that maintain services in different languages. So the burden of repeating implementations is tiring and can introduce bugs. You can use Smithy to model existing APIs and generate open API if you want. Smithy itself is much more readable and descriptive. Further ideas that I didn't get into yet is maybe a Phoenix integration. Phoenix already comes with generators, but Smithy would also generate idiomatic code. For example, controllers use stuff. Smithy is not only a human-readable IDL, it's also a JSON-AST, comes in a JSON-AST format. Just a wild idea. I had JSON-AST serializable plus the hot code reloading or any kind of reload you can have some on-demand server creation over the network, which is quite nice. And what I'm really interested in is having custom protocols. Yeah, okay, thank you.